All right, practice quiz. Practice, practice quiz. So don't forget to use the unit circle. I'll give you a blank one on the quiz day so you can fill that out and use it on the quiz. And then you can fill this chart in and get 100% on the chart. Yeah. So still memorize that unit circle. And then with the unit circle, you might memorize the chart as well, this chart. So 0 degrees, 0 radians. 30 degrees, do you remember? So it's going to be pi over 6, pi over 4, 2 pi over 6, which reduces to pi over 3, and then half a pi and a whole pi, yum yum, 3/4 of a pi. Well, actually 3 pi over 2, because it goes pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2. Yeah, 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 3 pi over 2. Cool. Okay, then don't forget the coordinates. So the coordinates is for 30 degrees is over that really far distance of radical 3 over 2, and then 1/2. And then 45 degrees is the same, of course. Radical 2 over 2, radical 2 over 2. Don't forget your blue 2. Bluetooth. Blue 2. Then we alternate and get a half, right? And then up radical 3 over 2. Memorize it. Use this chart. So you're going to have to fill in the blanks on this. So I think you might even have to fill in the blank on like some of these or something too. So know what those angles match up with, you know, this bit of information so that you can fill the degree in too, as well as the radian, as well as the point or the sine. So you have most of it filled out, but definitely about 9 blanks or so, or more or less, to fill in on the quiz. Okay, there we go. So then we have 90 degrees, which is over 0, up 1. Pi would be back 1. Up 0, and then 270 would be over 0, down 1. Okay, so then basically we just write all those out with sine for 30 degrees. And so you're basically just doing this whole row. And so you should hopefully have this pattern memorized by now. No? I hope so. There you go. So I'm just taking this whole row right here and just quickly writing it down. Look, I can go backwards. Whoa! Can you roller skate backwards? I can't. And I already messed it up, Newbold. What are you doing? Sorry. So sine is actually, it goes cosine, remember? Cosine and sine, good. So that means that we accidentally just did cosine. So I'm going to move all these over. Wah. I can't do that though, Newbold. Sorry, erase it. Sorry, erase it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now that's cosine, radical 3 over 2, radical 2 over 2, 1/2, 0, negative 1, 0. Now so sine is actually these ones now. So then sine of 30 degrees is a half. Sine of 45 degrees is radical 2 over 2. Sine of 60 degrees is radical 3 over 2. Sine of 90 degrees is 1. Sine of 180 is 0. And then sine of 270 is negative 1. Cool. And then tangent, remember what tangent is? So tangent is just sine over cosine, right? Sine over cosine. Sweet. So there's sine over cosine. And so you're basically going to go ahead and do some division there. So like for example, 0 over 1, 0 divided by 1 is just 0. So that's how they got 0. And so sine over cosine. This one gets cray-cray on us. It's 1/2 divided by radical 3 over 2. The 2's go away. You're left with 1 over radical 3. Then you times radical 3 over, this might be the harder one. Can't remember if that one's on the quiz. Whoa. But 3 times 3 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so the next one is just 1, because radical 2 over 2 divided by radical 2 over 2. The next one, the 2's cancel, just leaving us with radical 3 over 1, or just radical 3. Then 1 divided by 0 is undefined. Undefined. And then 0 divided by negative 1 is just 0. And then this one's also negative 1 divided by 0, which is also undefined. So here's the whole chart. It'll be on the quiz. So ace that quiz. Okay, so then looking at problem number 1. So use the unit circle to help you. So divide by 2, divide by 2. Good. So then where is cosine negative, first of all? So cosine is negative here and here. So we're going to use that to help us. And it's the 45-degree angles, right? But it's going to be a negative 45-degree angle. And so that negative 45-degree angle there goes all the way to here. 120 plus 15 more degrees is going to be 135. So there's one of our angles. It's also negative all the way down to here for cosine. Negative radical 2 over 2. And so then that's also going to be 180 degrees, and then plus another 45 degrees. And so let's see here. So 180 plus, or you can just use the unit circle or the chart above. So that's 5, 12, one of there, 225. So those are the two angles we're looking for, 135 and 225. Nice. Number 2, we're going to go to -5 to the other side. So we do get a -2 there. And then we're going to go ahead and divide by that 4. So we get your -2 divided by 4. We're going to divide by 4 to the other side. So then it's just -1/2. Oh, cool. So where is sine -1/2? So think about where sine is negative now. So that's the y value, the up and down value. And so sine is negative. Let's see, it's positive there. It is definitely negative down there, and it's also negative down here. So we're going to look in those two places for -1/2. So -1/2 is the shorter distance, and then you go down here, the longer distance. So we're looking at that angle, and we're looking at this shorter distance, longer distance, looking for that angle. So those two angles that are closest to 270. So add 30, so we get what, 300? Awesome. Or wait a second, 270 plus 30. I feel like you're looking at a unit circle now. And 240, that's not it. Oh, because we're looking for sine, sorry. So sine is the y value. So that's actually going to be going the long, oh yeah, so it is down below, first of all. And so sine is the longer distance, right, for x, cosine, and then the shorter distance for sine. There we go. So that's going to be 360 minus 30 is 330, and then 180 minus 30 is 150. Cool. So, plus 30, not minus. So that's going to be 11, carry the 1, so 210. Nice. So we're looking for 330 and 210. If you're still not sure, ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. What the? So if you're not sure, look at your unit circle or that other chart. And so you can see that sine, -1/2, sine is right here, sine is right here. So it is 330 degrees. And then over here we have sine for -1/2 is at 210 degrees. So 210, 330 is correct. Sweet. There we go. Okay, so then busting through our practice test. So now number 3, we're going to get everything onto the other side. So we'll add 5, so the 5s go away. How convenient. We'll add 3 to this side now and 3 to this side. So then 3, oh, haha. So 5, positive 5, -5 is 0. And then, oh, new bold that, -3 is actually multiplied. See how it's next to it? That means multiplied. And since it's multiplied, how do we get that to the other side? That's right, we divide it. And 0 divided by -3 is just 0. So now we're looking where sine equals 0, and then minusing 3, and then minusing 330 to it to the other side. So first of all, where does sine equal 0 is our question mark. Well, in the unit circle, think about it, it's the y value. And so that means it's not going up, it's just coming over 1 up 0, and then also going -1, right? Also going -1 up 0. So those are the two places. So that's at 180 degrees and 0 degrees. And so that's our two answers for theta. And so now we'd go ahead and do theta plus the 330, and the sine goes away, right? Because we found out that sine, where does sine equal 0? In two places, at 180 and also 0. So then we're going to set that equal to 0 and do it again, and set it equal to the other thing where sine is 0, and that's 180. And now we're going to go to minus 330 to the other side. So we get -330, and then we'll also minus 330 to the other side. 330, yep, 330, okay. Minus 330 to the other side. Now this might do something, I'll double check the quiz, that I didn't think we would teach you yet, because that's more of a 1060 concept, but let's take a look. So 0 minus 330 is just -330 as one of our answers, which we don't see, so we'll talk about that in a second. And then 180 minus 330. And And 180 minus 330 is negative 50 degrees. Okay, so we don't see either of those on our answers, but because that's like we have to do the positive between 0 and 360, more of a 1060 question, so I'll check the quiz, make sure we don't have something crazy like this. But basically, it's going to be, you're going to take the circle, a full circle, 360, and you're going to minus the 330 now. And then you get 30 degrees. And then you take the 360. What up? Doing a video. Good to see you. Yeah, give me 2 seconds if you want, or come back in a second. Is that okay? Thanks. So then 360 minus 150. So 360 minus 150 is 210. Cool. So then we get 30 and 210 as our answers. So again, we took a full circle. So basically, you know that negative 50 degrees, which goes probably about there. We wanted to find out what that was going this direction, the positive direction is what we wanted to know. And so 360 minus 150 is 210. And so that's our between 0 and 360 angles. Even though technically it was correct that it was 180 minus 330. And so 180 minus 330 was negative 50. That was one of our answers. And then also the 0 minus 330 was minus 330. So those are the correct answers. But really, we got to add 360 to both of those, and that's how we add 360 both of those. And that's the correct answer for 1060. Yeah, so because it does say up here it has to be between 0 and 360. And so that's why it means like not negative. But I'll double check that on the quiz, make sure you can just get our original answer. Not have to do that extra step, but we'll see. Cool. Okay, so thanks for watching. We'll do this one and some word problems on the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Actually, I want to do the area of a triangle one. Sick, do it. And then we could maybe do word problems in class together and record you on my video. That'd be cool. Okay, so find the area of a triangle. So yeah, so these are both easy. That's why I thought I'd just come back and do these on the video real quick. Thanks for staying tuned. So it's 1/2, 0.5, or 1/2, times side 5, times the other side 8, times sine of the angle. How easy is that? Bam. So just plug that into your calculator. How easy is that? You're going to have these easy problems on the quiz. Excited? So we're going to go 0.5 times 5 times 8 times sine of 94 degrees. This is a non-right triangle. So we get 19.95, which is not on our answer key. What happened? What the devil? Okay, so 0.5 times our side, which is 5, times our other side, which is 8, good, and then times sine of the angle between the sides, which is 94. I feel like I did it right, but I feel like something wrong happened, and I don't know what happened. It's supposed to be 19.9. Stupid! So I'll double check there for our multiple choice answers with our other teachers. Sorry about that. Maybe the next one will work. But that looks right to me. 1/2 0.5 times side times the other side times sine of the angle between the sides. Our mode is still in degrees, so don't know what's going on there. So 19.95 is our right answer. 19.95. Sorry about that. Maybe the next one works. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So then, there we go. So then our next one is going to be, let's try it again, please. So 0.5, let's just do parentheses this time, times 3 times the other side, which is 8, times sine of the angle, 140 degrees, the angle between the sides. And we get 7.7. It worked, which is B. Hey, maybe we should try that one then, the other one real quick with just parentheses. I don't know. Let's try it. Maybe. So we'll push second enter, brings up the last thing you did. And so we had, it was 94 degrees for that other problem. There we go. And then one of the sides was 8. Did we just do 8? Oh yeah, they both have 8. That's funny. And then the other one has not 3 this time, but 5. Awesome. So then we go to push enter. Still goes 90.95. Okay, there we go. Thanks for watching. Maybe we'll do one word problems. I don't know if I have time to do the other word problems, but I'll help you in class if you need. So a sailor out at sea spies an unidentified flying object coming towards his vessel. So here's our sailor. A pirate's life for me. Hey! So we got our sailor going on there. Whoa! I could see. Oh, it's an alien coming towards his vessel. Here he is. Whoa. Okay, if he is looking at the UFO at an angle of elevation of 28 degrees and the distance from the boat to the point directly below the UFO is 80 degrees. So here's the distance below, and here's to the boat. So distance to the boat, point directly below the UFO. So distance from the boat to the point directly below the UFO is 80 feet in the sky. Good, there's your right angle. And then we have an angle of elevation, right, to the UFO. And the angle of elevation is at 28 degrees. Good. Doesn't say how tall he is, so you don't have to minus that off. To the nearest tenth of a foot. To the point directly below the UFO. So let me make sure. If he is looking at the UFO at an angle of elevation of 28 degrees, and the distance from the boat to the point right below is 80 feet, I think we got this. Okay, so how far is the UFO from the point to the nearest? How does he even know that UFO is 80 feet below? You know, does he fly over there first, measure it, and then fly back to his boat and say, okay, how far? What the? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Thanks for doing this with us, though. Okay, so distance from the boat to the point directly below is 80 feet. How far is the UFO? So we'll call that x. And so from the angle 28 degrees, this will be called opposite, and this will be called adjacent. Do you remember what opposite over adjacent is? I hope you remember. So opposite over adjacent is, that's right, tangent. So tangent of 28 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. Oh no, we got x in the bottom, guys. So to get that out of the bottom, we go ahead and multiply it to the other side. So x goes over here, and then we got to go ahead and divide. Tangent 28 degrees down below. So now in our calculators, we'll do 80 feet divided by tangent 28 and see what we get for x. So then we get to 80 divided by tangent 28 degrees. Nice, nice, nice. And that gives us 150.4 or 150.5. 150.5 feet. Cool. So thanks for watching this practice quiz video. Thanks for watching. So go and try these other problems. And we'll go over those answers in class. And make sure you're ready. You got this. Gonna ace the quiz. Thanks for watching. Peace out.